welcome back to my channel. It's Erica Joy. Today I'm going to be making a Pennsylvania Dutch meal for my family. First, I'm going to be making tapioca. I'm also going to be making this super easy garlic pull-apart bread. And for tonight's supper, we're going to be having Pennsylvania Dutch ham and string beans. We're going to be starting with the bread. 1 teaspoon of white sugar. I'm adding it to 1½ tablespoons of yeast and a ½ cup of warm water. I covered the ham with water and I turned it on, and I'm going to put the lid on and wait till it boils. Alright guys, so my ham started boiling, so I'm going to turn it down to simmer and keep the lid on. Alexa, set timer for 2 hours. Now that our ham is cooking and our bread is resting, let's move on to the tapioca. We got some farm fresh cow milk. We have tapioca beads. We have 3 fresh duck eggs, and we have brown sugar, vanilla, and heavy cream to whip into whipping cream. Now I'm going to heat this up until it forms a skin on top. This is the bread. I have a ½ cup of tapioca pearls. I don't know if you can see that. I'm going to let this simmer for 20 minutes. I'm stirring the tapioca occasionally. The bread is currently rising. The beans I have here are from our own garden last year. Okay. Now I just have to beat my eggs. Now I'm going to beat 3 eggs. Now that our eggs have been beaten, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now I'm going to be adding a ½ cup of brown sugar. Now I'm going to slowly add this mixture to our hot milk tapioca. I'm adding more vanilla because it needs it. I made these Pennsylvania Dutch recipes because some of my relatives are Pennsylvania Dutch. Okay, I'm going to get the bread down. Look at this. Now I'm going to crunch it. In this pan, I'm melting 1/4 cup butter. My butter is melting right here, so I'm just going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. Perfect. Once that is all incorporated, I'm going to turn the burner off. Alright guys, now I'm going to start making my bread. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a 1-inch ball of my dough, and then I am just going to roll it in my butter garlicky goodness, and I'm going to plop it in the bottom of my pan. And then I'm just going to continue this process until the pan is a little over halfway full. Here is the pull-apart bread. My camera is literally about to die. It's literally blinking and it says there's no battery left. Alright guys, so 2 hours just ended and I took the ham out of the pot. It's falling apart, so that means it's done. Alright guys, here's the ham, and I am just going to pull it apart and take out all the fat and then put it into this bowl right here. Alright guys, here is all of the ham once it has been picked from the fat. Alright, now I'm just going to cut my potatoes into bite-sized pieces. The potatoes are all done being cut into cubes to cook 45 minutes to an hour. Alright guys, so our bread just went into the oven, and our broth has our potatoes in it now, the water that the ham was sitting in, so that's what it looks like. So we're going to leave that sit for a little bit and then add the rest of the vegetables and the ham. Alright, it's a little bit later and I'm going to add in the onions. It is now boiling. Now I'm going to add in the beans. I'm adding my ham as well. I'm going to let this cook a little bit, and then I'm going to turn the burner on simmer. Now I'm going to make the cream for the tapioca pudding. To make the cream, I'm going to add a cup of heavy whipping cream, a teaspoon of vanilla, and a dash of syrup. Now we're going to mix it up. Here's the cream. I have some fruit for the tapioca. Now it's time to fold in the whipped cream in the tapioca pudding. How's the food, Grandma?
Alles war really good. Die Bohnen mit der Ham, so war gut. Sie hätten Hamhock usen sollen, so probably wäre wenig besser gewesen. Just alles war really good. Die tapioca pudding war delicious.
The clip you just saw of my grandma saying how much she liked the food in Dutch was one of the reasons why I chose to make a Pennsylvania Dutch dish. I have family background that are Pennsylvania Dutch, and I really like the food. That was all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video.